YouTube, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about something that I really like to talk about, and it's Japanese Pokemon cards.
Daddy, chill.
I know some people don't like to talk about Japanese Pokemon cards, and that's okay. But if you do like talking about Japanese Pokemon cards, this is the video for you. And I'm not going to say these are the best sets to invest in, even though they could be. These are my favorite sets in the Japanese market as of right now. Is it all of my favorite sets? No, but these are just my top 5 sets to have in your collection, to invest in, or to have in your collection, whatever it is. So these are them, so let's get on to the video. Subscribe for more Pokemon content such as this, because we're trying to hit 10K end of this year. Is it reality? Probably not, but let's just try to aim for it and we'll see where it goes. So the first set on today's video is Clayburst. And the only reason why I'm saying this set now is because the hype is diminished. It's gone.
That's it, I'm out of here.
A booster box for this set used to be like $300+ in Canadian prices. Now it's around $150. Is that still expensive? Of course, it's still very expensive for a Japanese booster box. Like, I believe the new set that just came out was like $80 right now, right? Yes, it is very expensive. I believe it's way more than MSRP. The Japanese market itself loves trainer cards. They are starting to grow on me. I know a lot of people that like trainer cards, but that's not going to drive the price of these cards. I think the Iono is a very nice card in my own opinion. Even though I'm not a big fan of trainer cards, like the waifu kind of cards, but this is a card that I think the artwork is just spectacular and I really want to have in my collection. And if I had to say this was the chase card in 5 years, I would say so, because I think this is a really good card and it's something that I want to have in my collection. So it's the chase card, obviously, in Clayburst. Other than that, the set's not bad. The Iono is what really makes me want Clayburst, and I just want a booster box of it. I'm not going to go crazy and buy 10 boxes of this set. I'm just going to have a booster box and Iono and call it a day. Second item on today's video is Violet EX. I think the set is not that bad.
You need to leave!
This is like Scarlet and Violet base and like the English side. Violet EX is not that bad, but I just want it because of the Miriam. It's very similar to Clayburst. The hype is gone. The Miriam has dropped a lot in price. Even the PSA 10 Miriam, that has gone down a lot. The Iono and the Miriam, I think these are cards that I really want to have in my collection. Not because they're waifu, not because they have hype behind them. Yes, these cards are still very expensive in the PSA 10, but these cards are very nice to have in my collection. And I'm a big fan of Japanese cards. Like, this is the Gengar. Wow. It died.
You must have a goddamn IQ of 160.
I'm a big fan of Japanese cards. I think the Miriam and the Iono, they will hold its value more than like the English equivalent to these cards. I think the Iono and the Miriam in the English market in a PSA 10 won't do as well as the Japanese. Compared to prices, you'll see that that's probably right. But long term, I'd rather hold these kind of cards, like the trainer and waifu cards, on the Japanese market, just because they love those kind of cards. And this Miriam, I think, is a beautiful card, and it's just something I really want to have in my collection. Not because of hype, not because it's expensive, and not because other people want it, just because I really like the artwork for what it is. Next set on today's video, and it is a set that I talked about so many times on the channel, so I'm just going to briefly go through it. Varar Universe. Yes, this is equivalent of Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith and Varar Universe aren't doing well. The single prices are in the sewer, they're in the gutter. They are so cheap, especially Varar Universe and PSA 10. All of these cards are dirt cheap. I'm talking about like $80 and below. So many of these cards are really cheap. The reason why I like Varar Universe is because, one, the God Pack alone, I think that's what's going to drive the price up in the long term. Yes, there's a lot of them in the PSA 10, and that's okay. There's a lot of supply out there as well. But I just think this is a phenomenal set. Just remember how much hype these sets, the Crown Zenith and Varar Universe, had when they first came out. There was so much hype. Everyone loved these sets. The amount of Poketubers, hate that word, but the amount of Poketubers that were opening up this set and how much people were buying these kind of sets was just extraordinary. The hype was crazy back then. Because there's newer sets, there's new hype cards that are out there. The hype goes away, the prices will go away. But Varar Universe set is a beautiful set. I love so many cards in this set. I really like the Pikachu, the God Pack kind of card. Love that. I think that could be a driver for the future, why you should invest in it. I think the sealed product of Varar Universe will do very well, but I don't think it's going to be crazy like Eevee Heroes or sets like that. Okay, so these last two sets in today's video that I think that you should have in your collection or you should invest in, I'm going to put them together just because they are Eevee Heroes and Blue Sky Stream. If you are familiar with these sets, it's basically Evolving Skies but in 2 sets. Eevee Heroes is obviously the Eeveelutions. The reason why I say Eevee Heroes is because the Moonbryon is just crazy, even though there's so many PSA 10s in the Japanese market and the English market. But because the Japanese market, like I said with the waifu cards, they love waifu and they love Eeveelutions. And Eevee Heroes obviously is made up of Eeveelutions. So I think Eevee Heroes is crazy expensive. I think it will continue to go up. I don't see much downside on this set unless they do a massive reprint, but why would Pokemon do that? Yes, they can obviously do it, but I just don't think it's a realistic thing to say.
Okay.
Eevee Heroes is a beautiful set. We already know it. This Glaceon I have to have. I just absolutely love. I already have the Leafeon. I already have the Umbreon V. So these are sets that I really want to have in the future just because the cards in them are just beautiful. Just beautiful. You think about the best sets in Sword and Shield, you think of Evolving Skies. And Blue Sky Stream and Eevee Heroes, that's basically Evolving Skies. The reason why I say Blue Sky Stream is because of the Rayquaza. Simple as that. I love the Rayquaza. I think if you want to invest in a Rayquaza VMAX, I'd rather do it on the Japanese side just because the population report. The population report on the Rayquaza VMAX on the Japanese is way less than the Evolving Skies one. And that's why I like Blue Sky Stream, and that's why I like the Rayquaza VMAX. All of these cards are beautiful cards. I love these 2 sets. I want to know your favorite set in today's video. I think all of these sets will do very, very well in the future. It just depends obviously on us, right? No one can dictate where the market is going to go, but I think all of these sets are great sets just to have in your collection. If you are involved in this hobby, I think we all can agree that these sets are wonderful to have in your collection. All of the chase cards and even the smaller cards. There are so many good cards in these sets and I would love to have them in my collection. If you want to invest in these sets, I think they're all great sets to invest in as well. So let me know what your opinion is on all of these sets in today's video, and I'll see you in the next video. Deuces.